Good morning, guys. This is part six, quadratic equation. Okay, like I said, I wanted to solve one or two questions using the completing the square method. Okay, so it means that um, question can comes out and say using the completing the square method because the examiner they know that a lot of people run away from this method. Okay, and it's very simple. And I've been able to simplify it now to save our time and to save our recording. Okay, I've been able to do this, to some certain extent so that we can all follow. I'll just explain. Now they can say using the completing the square method, find the value of what? Find the value of s in this equation. 3s squared minus 4s plus 1 equals 0. If you're factorizing, if you're using quadratic formula, you are finding the value of s. But in this case, they don't want you to factorize. They don't want you to use quadratic formula or what they call almighty formula. They want you to find the value of x. The first thing you need to do, step one, okay, divide through by the value beside coefficient s squared. What is the value beside coefficient s squared? Is what? 3. Divide through, divide through, divide through. That is, divide it throughout the equation, which is what? Is the same thing as 3s squared over 3 minus 4x over 3 plus 1 over 3 equals 0 over what? 3. Okay? So now, when you divide through, it means 3 will cancel 3. That is 3 here, 1, 3 here, 1. Okay? So x squared minus 4 over 3x plus 1 over 3 equals what? 0. Very simple. So what you now need to do is that I've told you anytime you're using completing the square method, you need to move this value without no x to the right hand side. So if you're moving this positive to, because we are looking for the value of x. So if you're moving this to the right hand side, it will change to what? Minus 1 over 3. Okay? Step 2. Step 2. The value beside x is what? 4 over 3. Look at it. The value beside x, coefficient x. I can say the value beside coefficient x. Or the value beside x is what? 4 over 3. That is equation 2. This is equation 1. Okay? Step 3. Very simple. That was how I simplify it. Find half of 2 above. Okay? It means the half of this equation 2 above is what? 1 over 2 times 4 over 3. So 4 times 1 is what? 4. 3 times 2 is what? 6. Okay? Now, step 4. Find the square of 3 above. That is, find the square of equation 3 above. Do you understand now? So it means I got in 3 above, I got 4 over 6. What is the square? It means power 2. That is 4 over 6 raised to power what? 2. Step 5. Add 4 to 1 above. Okay? Add 4 to 1. What is 1? Equation 1 is above here. So just follow this step. You'll be able to understand completing the square method. It's just like chin chin and pure water. Okay? So it means if I do that, that is what? S squared minus 4x plus, I'm adding 4. 4 above. 4 over 6 all square equals minus 1 over 3 plus 4 over 6 all what? Square. So if you look at this now, 2 here, 1, 2 here, what? 3. So instead of me writing 4 over 6, you write what? 2 over 3. So when I write the equation, that implies s squared minus 4 over 3x plus 2 over 3 all square equals, look at this, this is minus 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3 all what? All square. Now, if you look at this very well, look at it very well, what I'm trying to do here is in indices, what we call power. If a division, like normal division, even in sort, you can split it. That is what I did here. 2 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2. It's just simple, okay? So what I did there was just to raise, raise it to the power. So at the end of the day, look at this very well. I can expand this. Yes, I can expand this. And I have minus here. This is not plus. So it means if I continue this up here, let me continue this. If I continue this, I intentionally split the board so that you can get the understanding. You won't have to be cleaning. So if I split this here, x is same thing as x minus 2 over 3 or what square. This will now give me equals to, that is minus 1 over 3 plus 2 square. If you look at it, 2 square is the same thing as what? 4. 3 square is the same thing as what? 9. Okay? So I'm looking for the value of x, don't forget. So it means that I can say x 2 over 3 raised to power 2 equals, if I find the LCM here, find LCM, that is what? 9. 9 over 3. 9 over 3 is what? 3. That is 9 divided by 3 is what? 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 times minus 1 is what? Minus 3. 9 divided by 9, which is 1. 1 times 4 is what? 4. So this is the same thing as x minus 2 over 3 all square equals, that's 9. Minus 3 plus 4 is what? 1. So the next thing you will now do is that find the square root. Find the square root of both sides, which is the same thing as what? 2 over 3 all square root. Then this one is what? 1 over 9. Okay? Now, don't forget, I mentioned it in one of my parts in SOD that the meaning of square root is what? Power half. And I'm repeating it again here. X minus 2, that is why all those parts are very, very important. All over 2 times half, power half. This one in short form, I've told you, you can, in division, you can split it. This is the same thing as what? I can put plus and minus here. Plus and minus square root of what? 1 over what? 9. I'm splitting it. In sort, I've mentioned it with one of my parts. So if you've not watched the sort, or if you've not listened to it, please go and listen to them. I've repeated all those things there. So s minus 2 over 3. So here now, you will see that 2 will cancel here, 2 you can cancel, remain 1. Anything raised by 1 is that thing. So that's plus or minus. Square root of 1 is what? 1. Square root of 9 is what? 3. Okay? So it means this one is what? X minus 2 over 3 equals plus or minus 1 over what? 3. So in this case, I will now, because I'm looking for the value of x, I will take this value, I'll move it to the right hand side. This is the same thing as what? Plus or minus 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3. Okay? So it means, therefore, my s can either be 1 over 3 plus 2 over 3, okay, or 1 over 3, or minus 1 over 3 plus 2 over what? 3. That implies that if I look for the LCM here, my x will be equals to, this is what? The LCM is 3, is what? 1 plus 2. Or the other one is what? 3, which is the same thing as what? Minus 1 plus what? 2. So if you look at this very well, it means that my x equals 3 over 3. Okay? And then it means there's no space here. So let me just print the first one at the top here. So if I'm continuing this here, so it means that my x equals 1 plus 2 over 3, or minus 1 plus 2 over what? 3. So it means my x is what? 3 over 3, or minus 1 plus 2 is 1 over 3. So 3 over 3, 3 here, 1, 3 here, 1. So it means my x, that implies x equals what? 1 or 1 over 3. It's as simple as that. So it means using the completing the square method, I've been able to get the value of x. Please don't forget the steps that I've mentioned. All those steps are that was why I had to simplify it. But in JAM standard, all you just need to cram, or all you just need to know, is that if they give you an equation, what makes this equation a perfect what? Square? All you just need to do, ensure that the value beside s square, very important, the value beside s square is 1 before you continue your completing the square method. If not, you will not get the right answer. Okay? If your question is saying, let's say, don't let us use s now, let's use a square plus 2a plus 6 equals 0. Very important. What is the value beside this a square? 1. Yeah, you can continue. Continue. All you just need to do is that you know the value. Divide through by the value of beside this. Anything divided by 1 is what? 1. But if your question is saying 2a square plus, let's say 2a plus 6 equals 0, make sure you divide through by this value. If not, you will not get the right answer using the completing the square method. Very, very important. I needed to point that out so that when you see similar question, follow the steps, but ensure that the value beside a square is what? Is equals to 1. Then you can now proceed and start applying, find the half of the value beside a, square the result, add the result to both sides. Okay, by the time you do that, you expand it. It's very, very simple and then straightforward. Thank you very much. And don't forget that in completing the square or in any quadratic equation, they can give you fraction. Don't, all you just need to do, let me just quickly mention that here. They can give you fraction. Let's assume they give you something like this: 2a plus 1 whole number 3 over 4a plus c equals 0. Don't be scared. Follow the same method. Either factorization, either quadratic, either completing the square. All you just need to do, this is improper fraction. I've mentioned it in part 1 of the sort. Please go and take care, go and listen to it. Part 1 of the sort, I mentioned it, just change it. This one is the same thing as 4 times 1 plus 3 over 4a plus c equals 0. So I've mentioned it in changing improper fraction to proper fraction. This is the highest you can go. Either your objective can reflect, either your option in your objective can be in improper fraction. All you just need to do, don't be scared, just ensure that you find you either change it to proper fraction or improper fraction. This one is same thing as 7 over 4a plus c equals 0, and do your normal calculation. So what we just need to do is I will just pick a question that have improper fraction, and we are done with completing the square method so that we can move to the next one. So I took my time to ensure that this is more clear, because I know it's a bit for completing the square, it's a bit not looks a bit clumsy. So but for me to ensure that you get it properly, I've been able to split it down step by step. Please go through it, and it's very, very important for this session. Thank you, and God bless you. Cheers.